I want to talk to you today about something that has the potential to drastically change the direction and growth of your business. It's your inner circle. So, if I were to ask you, who are the people that you spend the most time with outside of your business, in your downtime, that kind of stuff? Who are those people? And are those people on the same path as you? And look, before I get into it, this doesn't mean that there's people you have to cut completely out of your life or anything like that. But sometimes you do have to kick people out of your inner circle. I had to do that with my family. My family did not understand what I was trying to do. Like my mom, my dad, different people in my family didn't understand what I was trying to do with my business. And so when it came to discussing my business, I had to kick them out of that inner circle. Like I couldn't talk to them about what I was trying to do. My dad was one of those people that super pessimistic. I remember when I bought my first house, he cried for like an hour. He was like, "You're too young to buy a house. It's the worst thing you'll ever do." And long story short, over the next year and a half, that house would gain $50,000 in value. I'd sell it for the extra $50,000 and have a down payment on my next house when I moved. It was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. But every decision I made like that, all my dad saw was the downside. And so we all have somebody like that or multiple people like that in our life who are close to us that when you talk to them about what you're doing, they create doubt in your mind. They don't back up your ideas whatsoever. They don't understand your ideas because they're not living in that space. So, who should be in your inner circle? You need the right types of folks, the people that are either on a similar track or they've already gone down that track and they're able to sit there and encourage you when you are in a bad spot. They're able to encourage you on a day to day basis, regardless of how you feel, whether you're winning or losing or whatever it may be. They're able to share their experiences. They're able to talk about their goals, and you're able to learn from their goals. Like, wow, they have really big goals. How are they achieving this stuff? If they're also in business, then they're focused on marketing and sales and employees and all these little things, and you can share that stuff. And so, we can't always find somebody in our local community that can be part of our inner circle, and we can't always pick everybody we admire to be in our inner circle. But guess what? You can listen to their podcast. There's several people that I listen to their podcast because I'm inspired by their story and what they do. And I listen to it on a regular basis. I watch their stuff on LinkedIn. I watch their stuff on Facebook. If they have an event or something like that, I'll tune into those kind of things. So some of the people that are in my inner circle, if you will, are people I've never spoken to, but their words are constantly in my head. And I'm constantly saying, well, hey, what would Gary Vee do? Or what would Frank Kern do? Or what would Dan Kennedy do? Or what would fill in the blank? There's so many of these great people. Russell Brunson's another one. I can't forget him. What would these people do to overcome this particular challenge, whatever the challenge is? And so I think about that instead of what would my dad do, or what would my friend Rob do, or friend Dave do? What would they do when that's not their world? They're just not in that world, and so they can't relate to what I'm going through. Do I still spend time with the people that, hey, you want to get together tonight and have a couple of beers and just talk about our kids and whatever? Absolutely. But I'm not going to talk about my business because it's just not relevant to that relationship. And so my inner circle is reserved to a very small group of people that I trust, that when I talk to, I know I'm going to get encouragement, ideas, action items, those sort of things. And then when I'm in that business mode, I can actually get the type of advice that I need from folks who have either been at least as successful as me, if not way more successful than me, because that's what I'm looking for. Those people are just going to encourage you and lift you up all the way. So examine your inner circle. Who do you share your goals and your dreams and your business challenges with? Who do you share that stuff with? Is it the right people? And if you're not getting the right responses, it just means you need to switch your inner circle and say, hey, look, I'm only going to talk about business to this small group of people over here. We're going to stop talking about that. This group over here, hey, we'll have some beers. We'll go out and eat chicken wings, whatever we'll do that stuff. But I'm going to keep those two things separate because I'm trying to grow this business and I need the right influences in my environment. So change your inner circle. I guarantee you, you will change the trajectory of your business almost overnight because you're going to change the way you think about everything you do. If you have questions about this, as always, you know how to reach me. We'll see you next time.